Not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And I was watching a little short with Jasmine Crockett in it, and it showed Jasmine Crockett's uh, like almost full body. And yes, she has a body. Why wouldn't she? Now, and people in the comment section was oogling over her figure. I was paying attention to the things that she was saying, and it was quite disturbing. Now, bear in mind, I am a Jasmine Crockett fan. I did vote for Kamala Harris, so, this is not me going on some sort of MAGA rant. But the thing that she said was just, she was talking about trap houses. I'm like, she used to be a defense attorney. She's a smart woman. Her record is impeccable. No doubt about that. But she was like, I was out there. I was at the treasure. She was talking to a black crowd. She's like, I was at the trap houses, knocking on doors, registering people to vote. You a lie. You wasn't going to no trap houses, getting them dudes in there to register to vote. Or you wasn't successful at it. Or if you was at a trap house, you didn't know it was a trap house. And then she says, it doesn't matter if you in a trap house or you in a White House. Every vote counts. See, it's like that movie, A Bullworth. To appeal to black people, you gotta appeal to like the most uneducated, like the lowest common denominator. I didn't know there was so many trap houses in the hood, in the black community, where there's just one trap house after another. You got trap houses with Granny in front of it, in her rocking chair, knitting a sweater. So that's the thing. And it's stuff like that that gets people flustered with the Democratic Party. Because, the Republicans, even though these rich, silver spoon, Ricky Schroeder type Republicans, they still try to go out there and appeal to the uneducated whites, but they'll talk about the steel workers, the railroad workers, the army vets, and so forth. But when it comes to black people, the trap houses and dudes getting out of jail and that. Now imagine if a white politician said that. Say, yeah, we went out there to the trap houses and got people registered to vote. And you wonder why Joe Biden said what he said. You wonder why Hillary Clinton came up to the breakfast show with some hot sauce in her purse. Now the thing is, Jasmine Crockett, a lot of black people in the black community, we're tired of the trap houses. That's why a lot of trap houses get raided, because there's a lot of snitches in the black community, because they want them out of there. Tired of the garbage. Tired of little kids being shot. We got little kids playing here. Drug dealers seem to be very selfish people, and there's drug dealers all over the place. There's in these little cracker towns. I'm like, a drug member can be a Ku Klux Klan and a neo-Nazi can sell drugs. But I digress on that. But yeah, people are tired of hypodermic needles laying on the side of the street. Little kids playing shootouts. And I wish, why can't some Democrats in the black community try to appeal to the steel workers, the bus drivers, people part of a union, the old army vets? But you want to appeal to Pookie and Ray Ray and single mothers, make sure that they get their welfare checks. And I think is Jasmine Crockett, I could tell she's from an affluent neighborhood. She went to a nice school or whatever, and I get it. And a lot of times these black people that went to college, succeeded in high school and so forth, and went to special schools, graduated early or whatnot, they themselves may have a hard time appealing to the common black folk, the uneducated black folk or whatever that's living in the hood and so forth, living paycheck to paycheck. They themselves never did it, so they can't appeal. But so therefore, they'll talk about prison reform and drug dealers and try to use hip-hop slang and all this other stuff and to try to appeal, because they didn't grow. It's like Kamala Harris, they didn't grow up in that area, so therefore they're going to try to appeal the same way, like Bulworth, same way a white man or white people will try to appeal, because it's not about race, it's about, you know what I'm saying, your mentality growing up and the environment you grew up in. You know, if a black person grew up in an affluent black neighborhood and whatever, man, that they're distant. I'm like, that's why I believe in the black commonwealth more so than the black community. But that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching. Never stop learning.